Hello children, welcome back to CBSE Maths by RP Gupta. Children, today I am going to teach you determinants. So first of all, I am going to explain you what are the determinants, how to represent the determinants, which kind of determinants are here and how to solve the determinants. Okay children, so let's see. So first of all, if I talk about the determinants, before this, I think all of you know about the matrix. So if I talk about the square matrix, if I talk about the square matrix is denoted by like this: A11, A12, A21, A22. This is the order 2 by 2, and I am having another matrix A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33, and the order of this matrix is 3 by 3. So children, if I say find the solution of this matrix, find the value of this matrix, then you are unable to find the value. So if I say find the value of the any matrix, then it will automatically converted into determinants. What I mean to say, if this is the matrix, and if I say find the value, then it will be automatically denoted by this part. It is denoted inside the two vertical lines. This is the determinants of A, and it is also denoted by determinants of A like this, and it is also denoted by delta A like this. There are three methods to denote any determinants, and determinants are possible only for the square matrices. Determinants is not possible for the, if I say 2 by 3 matrices or 3 by 2 matrices, the determinants only possible for the square matrices. So if I talk about what is the determinants, so determinants is the solution of the matrix. Determinants is the solution of the matrix. Like the process by which we solve any matrix is known as the determinants. So determinants is denoted by three symbols. It can be written as like inside two lines, vertically lines A. This is the determinants A. This is the delta A. And few students write it like this. This is the modulus of A. Few are saying that this is the modulus A. No. It cannot be pronunciated as modulus of A. We cannot say this thing. This is not the modulus of A. This is the symbol of the determinant. Okay. So this is the symbol of determinant. Now you come to know what is the determinant. Now I am going to tell you how to solve any determinants. Okay. So just a second. Yeah, fine. So now I am going to tell you how to solve any determinants. Let me tell you. So if I talk about the determinants of order 2 by 2, if I talk about the determinants of order 2 by 2, like I am having any determinant written here 2, 3, 5, 6 like this, and they are saying find the value of this determinant. Find the value of determinant A. This is the determinants of A. It is written here determinant of A 2, 3, 5, 6, and now I have to find the value of this determinant. So first of all, I am going to tell you about the square matrix of order 2 by 2. So how to do this thing? Let me tell you. See, this is the determinant of A. Now I have to do the cross multiplication. How you will do the cross multiplication? Simply just multiply 6 into 2. You can write down 2 into 6 inside the bracket minus, and then multiply 5 into 3. It becomes 5 into 3 like this. Now you can say 2 6 ja 12 minus 5 3 ja 15. So now it becomes 12 minus 15 minus 3. So this is the value of the determinant. Okay. So simply I can say find the value of this part, like find the value of this matrix 2, 3, 5, 6. So this matrix automatically will be converted into determinants. Okay. So this is the process by which we can solve any square matrix of order 2 by 2. Okay. Now I am going to tell you about the order 3 by 3. How to solve any determinants of order 3 by 3. So look at the board very carefully. How to do? Just a second. Okay, fine. So if I talk about the order 3 by 3, how to do this thing? So first of all, I will take a determinant like this. The determinants of A is equals to, I am going to take a matrix of 3 by 3. So this is a 3, this is the 5, this is the 2, this is the 1, this is the 3, this is the 5, this is the 4, this is the 6, this is the 2. This is the determinants of order 3 by 3, and now I have to find out the value of this determinant. So how to find out the value of this determinant? There are two processes to find out the value of these determinants. Either we will expand along the row or we can expand along the column. Okay, if you are saying that what is the row and what is the column, so if you don't know about the row and column, then you have to watch my first video. So if I talk about this is the R1, this is the row 1, and this is the R2, row 2, and this is the R3. Similarly, this is the column 1, and this is the column 2, and this is the column 3. These are the 3 columns. So whether we can expand it along the R1 or we can expand it along the C1. We can expand it by any method. Okay, so let's see how to expand. So first of all, I am going to expand it along the row. Okay, so let's see how to expand. I am going to tell you. So first of all, what you have to do, if you are going to expand it along the R1, so what you will do, you have to simply write down all the value of R1. How many values are there? There are 3 values. The first one is the 3, so just write down 3 bracket. After this, write this is the minus 5 bracket, and this is the plus 2, and after this is the bracket. Okay, now I will do one thing. If I am talking about this part, if I am talking about the A11, so what you will do, you just leave this part and leave this part. What I am saying to you, if I am taking 3, so you have to leave this part, this R1 and this C1. You have to leave this R1 and this C1. So what you are having, 3, 5, 6, 2. These are 3, 5, 6, 2. So simply you can write down like this. This is the 3, this is the 5, this is the 6, this is the 2. And after this, if I talk about the 5, what you can write over here? See, this is the 5. So you have to forget the R1 and forget the C2. So what you will get? You will get 1, 4, 5, 2. This is the 1, this is the 4, and this is the 5, this is the 2. After this, if I talk about the last part, if I talk about this part, so here you will leave this R1 and leave this column, third column. So what you are having? You are having 1, 3, 4, 6. Just simply write down here 1, 3, 4, 6 like this. So now you can expand it like the square matrix. How to expand? I already told you. You have to do the cross multiply. 2 into 3 it becomes 6, and 6 into 5 become 30. Minus this is the 5. Here 2 into 1 become 2, minus 4 into 5 become 20. After this is the plus 2. And after this 6 into 1 becomes 6, minus 4 3 is 12 like this. So now you can expand it. This is a 3, 6 minus 30 it become minus 24. This is the minus 5, 2 minus 20 it become minus 18, plus 2, this is a 6 minus 12 become minus 6. Now I will do the multiplication. 24 into 3 become minus 72, minus minus plus 18 5 is 90, and after this is the 2, 2 6 is 12. So I will add these values. This is the 90 minus 2 to 4, and this become 84. So 90 minus 84, this is the 6. So 6 is the answer of this determinant. Few students are saying, when I am solving the determinant, then I can say this is the mod A. No, this is not the mod A. We cannot say any determinant is equals to mod A. This is not the mod A. This is the, listen, this is the symbol of the determinant. If I talk about this will not be read as the mod A. This is a symbol of determinants. Okay. So I hope all of you understood how to expand any determinant of 3 or 3 by 3. So I am going to tell you the next process. Just a second. Now I am going to erase it. First of all, I will erase this and then I will solve the remaining part. Okay, I will tell you about the other part. So children, here we have learned how to solve the determinants. Now I am going to tell you about the properties of determinants. Okay, fine. So let's see what are the properties of the determinants. Properties of determinants. Now I am going to tell you about the properties of determinants. So children, if I say I am having a determinant of A is equal to, look at this, this is the determinant. I can say A, B, C, this is the D, this is the E, this is the F, and this is the G, this is the H, this is the I. So if I talk about the property number 1, property 1. If I talk about the property 1, what is the property 1? Listen, if I change any row into any column, what I mean to say, this is the R1 and this is the R2 and this is the R3. So what I am saying to you, if you will change R1 into R3, what I am saying to you, if I change R1 into R3 or R3 into R1, if I am changing one row, then I will get a minus sign. See how? Then I will write down determinants of A, this determinants of A minus. Now at the place of R1, I will write down the value of R3, that is the G, H and I, and after this, this is the D, this is the E, this is the F, and after this is the A, this is the B, this is the C. What I mean to say one thing, that I had changed R1 into R3, so I will take a minus sign over here. So again, if I say I have to convert R2 into R3, now I am going to change R2 into R3. Now again I will get minus, so minus minus become plus, so I can say determinant of A. Now this can be written like this. What you are going to write, this is the R2, this is R1 as it is, this is the G, this is the H, then this is the I, and after this is the D, E, F. So this D, E, F will be converted into A, B, C. So here you will write down A, B, C, and after this what you will write down, you will write down D, E and F. Okay, so this is the first property of the determinant. I hope all of you getting my point. चलिए मूव करते हैं. Now I am going to explain you the next property. What is the next property? Let's see. Okay, fine. So if I am talking about next property, just a second. So property number 2, I am going to tell you about the property number 2. What is the property number 2? Property number 2. What I am saying, what is the property number 2? If any two rows or columns, if any two rows or columns are identical, if any two rows or columns are identical, then determinant of A will be 0. Then the determinant of A will be 0. So how to do this thing? Let me tell you. First of all, I will erase this part and I will take another determinant. Let's see. I am going to take another determinant. So now look at this. I am having another determinant like this. This is the determinant of A is equal to, this is the 1 2 3, this is the 1 2 3, these are 3 6 4. And now what I told you, if any two rows or columns are identical, then determinants of A will be 0. So you can see the R1 and R2, these are the identical. Identical means the elements are same. The elements of R1 is equal to the elements of R2. So now what you will do, just expand it and see what you are getting. So listen, look at this. This is the 1 2 3, this is the 1 2 3, and this is a 3 6 4. So now I am going to expand it. As I told you, first of all I will take 1, then after this is the, what will happen, 2 3 6 4, this will be 2 3 6 4. After this minus 2, and what I am having now, 1 3 3 4, this is the 1, this is the 3, this is the 3, this is the 4, and after this is the plus 3. And now I am having, what I am having, I am having 1 2 3 6. This is the 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 6. Now see what will happen. So now look at this part. Now I am going to expand. 4 2 ja 8, 6 3 ja 18, minus 2. This part 4 1 ja 4, 3 3 ja 9, plus 3, and 6 1 ja 6, 2 3 ja 6. Look at this, 8 minus 18 become minus 10. This is the minus 2, and this is the 4 minus 9 minus 5, and this part becomes 0. So you can say minus 10 and plus 10, it becomes 0. So what I said to you, if any two row or any two columns, what I am saying to all of you, if any two row or any two columns are same, then you can say the value of determinant will be equal to 0. Okay, I hope all of you getting my point. Okay, now I am moving to the next part, explaining the property number 3. Property number 3. So what is the property number 3? According to this property, if you change all rows, if you change all rows into columns, if you change all rows into column, then value of determinant will not change. What I am saying to you children, if I will convert all rows into columns, then the value of that determinant will not change. So let's see by example. See, I am having an example, determinants of A is equal to, this is the determinant. Let's see, I can take a 2 by 2 determinant. This is a 3, this is the 6, this is the 5, this is the 4. Okay, fine. Now I am going to find out the value, and if I change this determinant into, if I convert all the rows into columns, see, determinants of A, this is the R1, so I will convert it 3 into 6, this is the 5 into 4. Now see what I will get. If I expand it, what I will get 4 3 ja 12 minus 30. 12 minus 30 become minus 18. After this, if I look at this one, 3 into 4, 3 4 ja 12 minus 6 5 ja 30. This is a 30. 12 minus 30, it become minus 18. So you can see, if I will change all the rows into all the columns, then the value of that determinant will not change. Okay, it is also true for the 3 by 3 determinants. Okay, now I am going to explain another property of the determinant. Look at this, just a second. Yeah, okay, fine. So now I am going to explain the property number 4. What is the property number 4? Look at the property number 4. What is given here? Property number 4. According to this property, children, what is given here? If we multiply by any number in any determinant, if we will multiply by any number in any determinant, this is the determinants of A, like this is the given here 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So if I am multiplying by K, I said K determinants of A, so what will happen? It become K, it become 2K, it become 3K. Now this is the 4, this is the 5, this is the 6, this is the 7, this is the 8, this is the 9. What I am saying to you, if we are multiplying by any number in any determinant, then it will be multiplied in any one row or any one column. What I am saying to you, if I am multiplying by any number, I just multiply by K. So here it is multiply in R1. So you can multiply in R1, either you can multiply in R2, either you can multiply in R3, or you can multiply in C1, you can multiply in C2, you can multiply in C3. It will not be multiplied in all numbers. Okay, all of you getting? Okay, चलिए next property देखते हैं. What is the next property? Okay, property number 5. What is the property number 5? It is also a very important property. Look at this property number 5. If I am having any common term, what I mean to say common term, look at this. Look at this. This is the 2, this is the 4, this is the 6. This is the 2, this is the 3, 6, this is the 9, and this is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 5. So what I can say, I can take any common from this R1. Look at this. What I can take the common? I can take the common 2. So now it will become 1, this is the 2, this is the 3, this is the 2, 6, 9, and this is the 3, 4, 5. This is the, you can say, invert of the property number 4. कि property number 4 में क्या होता है? तो what happen in property number 4? When I multiply by any number, it will be multiplied in any row or any column. Similarly, we can take also the common from any row or any column. We can take any common. We can take any number common from any row or any column. Are you getting my point, everyone? Like one more thing I can say. Look at this. Like it is written here 3, 6, 9, 12, 24, 36, and this is the recurrent 3, 12, and 15. So what I can do? I can do one thing. See, look at the R1 carefully. In R1 I can take the common 3. So just take the common 3 from the R1. Look at this. From this I can take the common 12. And from the last I can take the common 3. Now what you will get? 3 1 ja 3, 3 2 ja 6, 3 3 ja 9. From this 12 1 ja 12, 12 2 ja 24, 12 3 ja 36. And this part 3 1 ja 3, 3 4 ja 12, 3 5 ja 15. And the value of this part will be 0. Why? Because there are two. Look at this. There are two R1 and R2 are identical. What I told you, if any two rows or any two columns are identical, then you can say the value of that particular determinant will be 0. So I hope all of you are getting my point. Okay, fine. चलिए next property, एक और property देखते हैं. Property number 6. What is the property number 6? ये बहुत अच्छी property है. This is one of the very best property. इसका हम लोग यूज बहुत बार करते हैं. Let me tell you how to do. Listen everyone. If any determinant is written as the sum of two determinants. What I am saying to you, if any determinants of A written like this, look at this. This is the 5, this is the 15, this is the 20, this is the 3, this is the 2, this is the 4, this is the 9, this is the 6, this is the 5. So how can I write? I can write into two forms. What I mean to say, this is the 5. Okay, So I can say 5 plus 0. This 15 can be written 5 plus 10. This 20 can be written 5 plus 15. And this 3, this 2, this 4, and this 9, this 6, this 5 as it is. So it can be written in two parts. 5, 3, 9, 5, 2, 6, 5, 4, 5, and other part plus. What you will get? You will get 0, this is the 3, this is the 9, 10, 2, 6, this is the 10, this is the 2, this is the 6, and the last one, this is the 15, this is the 4, this is the 5. Okay? This is the 0, 10, 15, 3, 2, 4, 9, 6, 5. So any determinant also can write in the form of two determinants. Like the determinants of A can be written determinant of A1 and plus determinant of A2. Like this. Okay, so I hope all of you are getting my point. Okay, fine. चलिए नेक्स्ट टॉपिक देखते हैं हमारा क्या है. What is the next topic? Okay, fine. तो चलिए हम लोग नेक्स्ट टॉपिक अपना देखते हैं क्या है. What is given here? Now I am going to tell you about the area of the triangle. Look at this. What I am saying to you? Area of triangle. Area of triangle. How to find the area of the triangle with the help of determinants? Look at this. This is your triangle. Okay, fine. This is your triangle. This is the A, this is the B, and this is the C. So if I talk about the coordinate of these points are x1, y1. The coordinate of this point are x2, y2, and the coordinate of this point are x3 and y3. Now I am going to tell you how to find the area of any triangle with the help of this method. So what is the area of the triangle? You can apply directly write delta is equal to 1 by 2. क्योंकि in your board examination they will ask they will give you the coordinate and they will say to you find the area of the triangle. You can find it directly. By the way, it is removed from your syllabus. No need to do it, but still I am telling you. 1 by 2, and here you can write like this: x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. This is the one, this is the one, this is the one. After, if you expand it, you can get the area of the triangle with the help of this method easily. So let me tell you how to expand. Would you like to know how to expand? Okay, I can explain to you. Look at this, delta is equal to, this is the 1 by 2 as it is. Look at this, this is the x1. So I am going to expand it along the r1, x1, and after this, this is the y2, 1, y3, 1, this is the minus y1, and after this x2, x3, 1 and 1, after this, this is the 1, and what I can say, x2, x3, this is the x2, and this is the x3, and this is the y2, and this is the y3. So now I am going to expand it. What I will get? 1 by 2. This is the x1, y2 minus y3 minus y1, and it become x2 minus x3, and after this plus it become x2 y3 plus x2 y3 cross multiply minus x3 y2, like this. So if I will arrange it properly, then what I will get? I will get x1 y2 minus y3 plus x2 y3 minus y1 plus x3 y1 minus y2. This is the formula of area of the triangle. So this one I think we had studied in class 9th also. Okay, so it's a very simple formula. You just put the coordinate of the point triangle x1 y1, x2 y2, and x3 y3, and you will get your answer. I hope you are getting my point. Chaliye, we are moving to the next part. Let's see what is the next part. Okay, fine. Now I am going to tell you about the next part. What is given here? Okay, fine. After the area of the triangle, now I am going to tell you about another topic. Now I am going to about the condition of collinear. Condition of collinearity. Condition of collinearity. What is this? What is the condition collinear? So सबसे पहले अगर हम बात करें, if I talk about the collinear, what is the collinear? If two or more than 2 points are lying on the same line, like this is the A, this is the B, this is the point P, and this is the point Q. If these points are lying on the same line, then I can say AP, PQ, and QB. What I'm saying to you, if these 2 points are lying on the same line, then I can say this point, this line AP, this line PQ, and this line QB. There are 3 lines. These are lining on the same line AB. You can say these are the collinear. Okay, I hope all of you getting my point. So what is the condition of the collinear? If the area of any triangle, what I'm saying, condition of collinearity for 3 points, what is the condition? So simply you have to do one thing, just write down like this, x1 and this is the y1, this is the x2, this is the y2, this is the x3, this is the y3, and this is the 1 1 1. If the value of this part, if the value of x1 y1 1 x2 y2 1 x3 y3 1 is equal to 0, then you can say this is a condition of collinear. You can say all the points are collinear, then you are not having the triangle. Okay, are you getting my point, everyone? At that time you are not having the triangle, because if all the points will be on the collinear, then you will get a line, not the triangle. Okay, are you getting my point? Okay, चलिए next move to the next part. चलिए देखते हैं नेक्स्ट पार्ट में हमारे पास क्या गिवन है. चलिए फाइन. So now I am going to tell you about the next part. Okay, so this is a very important topic. This is a very important topic of the determinants. What is this? This is the minors. This is the minors and this is the minors and cofactors. Cofactors. This is very important. Minors and cofactors. What are the minors and cofactors? So I am going to explain this thing with the help of an example. Look at this. I am having a determinant of A is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2 5 like this. Okay, so if I talk about the minors, how many minors are there? If I talk about the first row, so if I will talk about the M11, first row, first column, then what you will get? You will get 5 6 2 5. 5 6 2 5. This is the value of minor. What I am saying to you, if you take first row, first column, this is the first minor. If I say M12, what will be the M12? First row, second column. This is the first row, second column. This is the first row, cancel कर दीजिए, second column cancel कर दीजिए. What you are having? You are having 4 7 6 5. This is the minor. This is the minor. Now if I talk about the cofactors, what are the cofactors? So for the cofactors you have to apply the formula. What is the formula? Look at this. The formula is here. Cij is equal to minus 1. Cij is equal to minus 1 to the power I plus j. Minus 1 to the power I plus j, and here you are having the elements like A11, A12, A21, A22 like this. So let me tell you how to do. If I talk about a C11, look at this C11. I am talking about C11. What will happen for the C11? This is the minus 1. And this is the I, this is the j, it becomes square. And A11, now look at this, I am talking about C11. So what do you have for the C11? I will take, first I will remove this part and this part. What you are having? You are having 5 6 2 5. This is the 5 6, this is the 2 5. So for the C11, the value will be 5 6 2 5. Are you getting my point? So here minor and cofactors of 1 1 are equal. If I talk about the second part, if I talk about the M12 and if I talk about the C12, what will happen? Now minus 1 to the power 1 plus 2 become 3. And this is the part 4 6 7 5. You just write down 4 6 7 5. So now this become minus. This is the 4 6 7 5. Now you can see one thing. Now what you have observed? You have observed one thing, children, that for the minors the value will always be positive, and for the cofactors the value can be positive and can be negative. If the sum of the I plus j will be even, then you will get the even cofactor, like you will get the positive cofactor, and if the value of I plus j is negative, then you will get the negative cofactor. So I hope all of you getting my point, children. Chaliye, we are moving to the next part. Let's see what is the next part. And I can also write down one relation between the minors and cofactors. Just a second. 1 second, children. Yes, so now I am going to tell you about the relation between minors and cofactors. So there is a relation between minors and cofactor. If I talk about the minors and cofactor, Cij is equal to minus 1 to the power I plus j, and here you will write down Mij. Okay, this is the relation between the cofactors and minors. Okay, I hope all of you getting my point, children. Okay, fine. Chaliye, we are moving to the next part. Or the next topic I am having. Okay, fine. So now I am going to tell you about the another topic of the determinant, that is the also very important topic. Now I am going to tell you about the two kinds of matrices. Which kind of matrices? Singular and non-singular. Singular and non-singular matrices. So what I am saying to you, children, if the value of any determinant is equal to 0, then you will say that particular determinant is singular matrix. What I am saying to you, if I am having a matrix like this, look at this, this is the matrix A, and written here 3, 4, this is the 6, and this is the 8, and I am saying to you, please tell me, is it singular or non-singular? So what you will do, you will write down determinant of A. So what will happen now? It will be converted into like this. This is the 3, this is the 4, this is the 6, this is 8. Now we will do the multiplication. 8 3 are 24, 6 4 are 24. 24 minus 24 will become 0. So if determinant of A is 0, you will say this is the singular matrix. This is the singular matrix. And if determinant of A does not equals to 0, you will say it is a non-singular matrix. Non-singular matrix. I hope all of you getting my point. Chaliye, we are moving to the next part. Let's see what is the next part. So now I am going to tell you about the next part. So now in this part I am going to tell you about the adjoint. What is the adjoint? Adjoint of a matrix. Now I am going to tell you about the adjoint of matrix. What is the adjoint of matrix? Look at this. Adjoint of matrix. Adjoint of matrix. What is the adjoint of matrix? It is also a very important topic. Adjoint of matrix. What is the adjoint of matrix? How to find out the adjoint of the matrix? Let me tell you. See, look at this. This is a matrix like this. A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, A31, A32, A33, like this. And you have to find this adjoint of the matrix. Then what you can say? There is a formula for the adjoint of the matrix. The adjoint of A, what you will say? Adjoint of A will be equal to the transpose of this one. C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, and C31, C32, C33. What I am telling you, children, adjoint of any matrix will be equal to the transpose of cofactors. Transpose of cofactor. Let's see. I can also write down like this. It can be also written like this. C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, and this is C31, C32, and C33. So let me tell you, let me explain this thing with the help of one example. Let's see. I am going to take an example with the help of that particular part. I will explain you how to find the adjoint of any matrix. Okay, look at this. Stay tuned. Okay, fine. So now I am going to tell you, look at this. I am having given here a matrix A is equal to 1 3 4 6 8 5 2 3 9, and now you have to find out the adjoint of this matrix. What you have to find? Adjoint of A. This is a question mark. So first of all, what you will do? You have to find out the cofactors. What you have to do? You have to find out the cofactors. So how many cofactors are here? C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31, C32, and C33. Look at this. 1 1 2. This is the 1 plus 1 2. It means this is the positive. 1 plus 2 3. This is the negative. 1 plus 3 4. This is the positive. C21. This is the negative. 2 1 plus 3. 2 2 4. This is the positive. 2 3 5. This is the negative. 3 plus 1 4, this is the positive, 3 2 5, this is the negative, and 3 3, this will be the positive. Okay, why did I am writing this thing? Because I am using the formula. Which formula I am using over here? I am using the formula, this formula. Look at this, Cij is equal to minus 1 to the power I plus j, m to the power mij. Are you getting my point? This is the m, this is the I, this is the j. Okay, look at this. Now I am going to explain it. So for the C11, what will happen? I will cancel first row and first column. 8 5 3 9, this is the 8 5 3 9. So I will do it. 9 8 ja 72, 3 5 ja 45. It be, what will happen? 9 8 ja 72 and 5 3 ja 3 5 ja 15. 72 minus 15, what will happen? 12 minus 5, 12 minus 5 7. Here 6 minus 1 5, 57. C12 first row second column, 6 2 5 9, 6 2 5 9. What will happen now? This is the minus. 9 6 ja 54, 5 2 ja 10, 54 minus 10 minus 44. Next part, R1 cancel, C3 cancel, 6 8 2 3. This is the 6, this is the 8, this is the 2, this is the 3. 3 6 ja 18. I am doing the cross multiplication. 3 6 ja 18 and 2 8 ja 16, 18 minus 16 become 2. Okay, are you getting my point? After this, if I talk about 2 1, just cancel second row and the first column. 3 4 3 9, 3 4 3 9. What will happen now? This is the minus. 9 3 ja 27, 3 4 ja 12. 27 minus 12 become minus 15. After this, just cancel second row and second column. 1 2 4 9. This is the 1 2 4 9. Now do the multiply. It become 9 1 ja 9, 4 2 ja 8, 9 minus 8, it become 1. After this, this is the C23 second row third column. 1 3 2 3. This is the 1, this is the 3, this is the 2, this is the 3. Just multiply. 3 1 ja 3, 2 3 ja 6, 3 minus 6 minus 3 minus minus plus 3. Are you getting my point? After this C31, for about those C31, what will happen? You have to cancel this R3 and C1. What I will get? This line and this line will cancel out. 3 8 4 5. This is the 3, this is the 8, this is the 4, this is the 5. Do the multiply. 5 3 ja 15, 8 4 ja 32. 15 minus 32 become minus 17. After this, look at this. I am going to erase this part, R3 and C2. What I will get? I will get 1645. I will get 1645. 1645. I will do the multiplication. What I will get now? 5 1 ja 5, 4 6 ja 24. 5 minus 24 become minus 19. After this, C33 third row third column, 1638. You will get 1638. Just do the multiply. 8 1 ja 8, 3 6 ja 18. 8 minus 18 become minus ka 10. Okay, now put all the values. Where you will put all the values? Like this, in this formula. Adjoint of A is equal to what I told you. I told you C11, C12, C13, C21, C22, C23, C31, C32, C33. Put it here. What you will get now? Put the value of C11. C11 is 57. Put it here, 57. After this, C12 minus 44, minus 44. C13 is 2. Put it here, 2. C21 is minus 15. This is the minus 15. And after this, C22 it 1. C23 is 3. And after this, C31 is minus 17. And after this, C32 minus 19. And the last one, C33 minus 10. So this is the adjoint of any matrix. With the help of this condition, you can find the adjoint of any matrix. Are you getting my point? Okay, I hope how you are getting my point. चलिए नेक्स्ट पार्ट की बात करते हैं. अब हम बात करेंगे, हमने डिस्कस किया, आई हैव डिस्कस द एडजॉइंट ऑफ ए. नाउ आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू हाउ टू फाइंड द इनवर्स ऑफ एनी मैट्रिक्स with the help of determinant. See how to do. Okay, fine. Now I am going to tell you about the inverse of any determinant. A inverse. I can say inverse of any matrix. Inverse of any matrix. So inverse of any matrix, how to find the inverse of any matrix? You can say A inverse 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A. Adjoint of A. Few students saying this is the Sarji, this is the 1 upon mod A. No, this is not the mod A. This is the symbol of determinant. 1 upon the symbol of determinant into adjoint of A. How to find the inverse of any matrix? Let me tell you. Like I am having a matrix A is equal to 2 3 4 5. So first of all, I will check it is the singular or non-singular. If any matrix is singular, only then we can find the inverse of that particular matrix. Otherwise, I will not able to listen. First of all, I will check it is singular or non-singular. If any matrix is non-singular, only then we can find out the inverse of that particular matrix. Otherwise, the inverse is not possible. So what you will do, you will just find out the value of determinant of A. Determinant of A, what will happen? Determinant of A, 5 2 is 10 minus 4 3 is 12, 10 minus 12 is equal to minus 2. Yeah, so what you will say? You will say A inverse possible. A inverse possible. If A inverse is possible, only then we will solve. Okay, so now see what will happen. Now what to do? You are having a matrix A is equal to, this is a 2 3 4 5. So first of all, what you will do? You will find the adjoint of A. How to find the adjoint of A? Find the C11, C11, C12, C21, C22. So first of all, what you 1 plus 1 2 become plus, 1 2 3 become minus, 2 1 3 3 become minus, 2 2 4 become plus. Now see C11, first row first column hide कर दो, 5 बचा. First row first column hide कर दिया, 5 बचा. Second फर्स्ट रो सेकंड कॉलम, फर्स्ट रो सेकंड कॉलम 4 बचा, सेकंड रो फर्स्ट कॉलम 3 बचा और लास्ट में बचा कितना 2. तो हमको निकालना था एडजॉइंट ऑफ ए. व्हाट द वैल्यू ऑफ एडजॉइंट ऑफ ए? मैंने बताया था आपको C11, ये क्या हो जाएगा C12, C21, C22. वैल्यू पुट कर दो. C11 की वैल्यू कितनी? व्हाट द वैल्यू ऑफ C11? 5. C12 कितना? व्हाट द वैल्यू ऑफ C12? दिस द -4. C21 is -3 and C22 is 2. Just do apply the formula. What is your formula for the inverse? A inverse is equal to, what will happen? 1 upon determinants of A, 1 upon -2. And now put the value of this part. 5 minus 3, this is the 5, this is the -3 and this is the -4, 2. Divided by 2, 1 by -2, it become -5 by 2. It become minus plus 3 by 2. It become 4 by 2 and this part become 2 by 2. And you can also simplify it. This is the -5 by 2, this is the 3 by 2, 4 by 2 become 2 and 2 by 2 become 1. So children, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, share it with your friends, subscribe my channel and press the bell icon. You will get the notification for every new video. Okay, मिलते हैं न्यू वीडियो में. Thank you.